Guys, so I'm getting myself ready for the assembly and I am going to blow dry my hair. Well, actually I'm gonna rev air my hair, but I wanted to do this video just to show how it is that I actually get the blown out look with the rev air, because I know that a lot of people they kind of are on the fence with the rev air because they've seen demonstrations with, you know, natural girls, but the curls are still there, especially up in the roots. And I just wanted to show how I actually get that blown out look, but with my rev air. So that's what this video is going to be about, and it's pretty much going to be sped up at some point in time. But for now, I'm going to pat dry my hair because it's like dripping, like drip drop. Okay. So I know a lot of the girls are using the microfiber towels or whatever, but I use what I have, which are these, and it's still terry. I just don't muss through my hair with it. Exactly what I'm doing, just squeeze excess and towel blot, which is exactly what you're supposed to do with a towel, is blot. With the rev air, your hair is not supposed to be dripping wet. Of course, somebody's calling in. I have to call her back. Your hair's not supposed to be dripping wet. I am gonna do my leave-in because that's what I normally do. Because I've had like a little debacle with my original pieces that I bought in 2020, because I have had to have them replaced. I was told that the pieces that I did have had failed. I'll get into that in a moment. But they failed because I was using, well, that's what they tried to say, that it was oil. You're not supposed to use oil-based products with your rev air because it will degrade the device. So what had happened was the first incident that I had, which was earlier last year, so 2022, not even early, mid, it was about the summertime. I was rev airing my hair and I'm going. I have one last piece, the center, my what you call it, not my crown, what you call it, my fringe. So my fringe piece right here. Tell me why this whole thing, well, not up here, but here, this thing split open, like right in the spiral of the hose. It just ripped open, like just untwisted. Right when I was in the middle of using it, I was like, oh, heck no. You know how like a tire splits? Like that. On the road, just split. I'm like, no, cause see, look at here, rev air. You were not cheap, okay? You ain't gonna be breaking down on me like that. So I hurried up and reached out to customer service, and I let them know as calmly as possible that I was in the middle of doing my hair and this thing just ripped open on me. The whole hose just ripped on me. So they asked for pictures. I was like, gladly, snip snap. So I sent that, and no questions asked. They were like, we're gonna send you a replacement hose. We apologize for the inconvenience. Sorry that happened. And I was able to get that I want to say within 2 days, it was at my door. So shout out to them because they really do have impeccable customer service. Like, I kid y'all not. The other incident, this was something that was already occurring, which was the fact that this here part, I wish I had held on to the other one, but this part was cracked. Like, there were cracks in it. Oh, okay, that's just part of it. I'm like, wait a minute, I felt, okay. But there were cracks all up in here, into the inside where your hair goes. And at first, like, it started out as, you know, minor, you know, cracks, but they weren't interfering with my drying. But over time, they started getting deeper, and you could really see that they were like really deep cracks, and you could tell that, you know, my hair was being pulled into the cracks. So when I called about the hose, the cracks were there already, but I didn't want to be like, cause that's up and that. And they were like, nah, chill, you gonna have to. So I was like, I'm gonna just hold off on that. But that's the most important part, was the hose at that point, cause it was unusable without the hose. So earlier this year, I reached out and I had let them know that this was occurring for a while. And, you know, I tried to overlook it, but it was something that, you know, was becoming a health hazard to my hair, because the whole point of me investing in this thing is so that I can dry my hair healthily. And so for this to have cracks and stuff in it, and to be grabbing at my hair and possibly splitting, snapping, or breaking my hair, that defeats the whole purpose and deems this a waste of money. First, they were trying to give me a 50% off discount, that I would have to buy the wand, but I would have to pay 50% off. And I mean, that in itself would sound like a good deal, but for me, it was not, because first of all, I do not have extra coins to be throwing out for this. And they were trying to say that it was, you know, on me, because the device comes with a little pamphlet that tells you not to use oil-based products. And while I don't put oil on my hair when I rev-air my hair, I do use leave-in. So that's what they asked me, what were the products that I've been using on my hair. So I said, yeah, I use a leave-in. So you want to know what kind, and I told them, you know, the different ones that I use, and they told me this one is fine, this one is fine, this one is fine, but the other ones, no, because it has oils in it. And I'm like, your leave-ins have oils in it. So I was a little confused with that one. He tried to say that this one, I don't know if it was a he or a she, but they were saying that this one is not good, and this doesn't have any oils in it at all. The Paul Mitchell. So I had to let him know. I'm like, it's not about the leave-in, honestly, because the thing is that the original one, because I have the OG one, like not the new all black one, like I have the OG original first generation one. So this joint comes with this here thing that you rest your wand on. But this little flimsy clip does not hold that, because it's so flimsy. So even like, this is the new one, and trying to get this on here is a hassle. But when it's on there, it barely sits. Barely. And it's barely level. So when you move past this, this falls off. That's what was happening. Right, on the device, this part is broken, the clip. But on here, on mine that I had originally, this part was clipped off too. So it really wasn't sitting at all. Like, this was holding nothing. So this is the only place that you can put this thing at. It kept falling because there's no stable place to put that thing. I always had a hard time putting that wand on that little clip, and it never stayed there. I didn't get rambunctious or anything like that, or ignorant. Yeah, I just let them know what it was. So he was like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send, not only was he gonna send me the wand for free, he also decided that he was gonna send this here Get a Grip wand holder, which sits down firmly because this thing is heavy and it's solid, and this goes right into here and it sits in there, so this is not going anywhere. When he told me he was gonna send me that, I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was like, for a suggestion, trying to look out for my other OG owners. All the people who have the original ones should have that. Like, this honestly should have come with the Get a Grip wand holder, because this little clip is doing absolutely nothing. So what I've seen is that they remade the thing and revamped it, and they have a whole arm that extends out of the this here base that you can rest the wand on now, on the new one. So I'm like, y'all done revamped it, and now we stuck with the, you know. So either we get a new one, which I know we're not gonna get, but either we should get an updated version, or they should send those the Get a Grip wand holders out, because y'all know this little flimsy little clip ain't holding nothing. Come on, bruh. It's not. And then he was nice enough to offer me a gift card, so that was nice. So I can also order some products or some clips and stuff. So I have, I think it's like 7 years to redeem it. So I am biding my time and trying to see what it is that I want to get from them. I'm probably going to get, I think I want to get one of their hair primers. But that's my story, and I'm sticking, no, I'm just kidding. But they really do have really good customer service. And although, like I said, I've had, you know, a couple of hiccups, they were ready and willing to, you know, to accommodate, very accommodating, which is very rare when it comes to companies, because they don't care. As long they done got their money, I don't care. I don't care. Oh well. Take this 50% off or not. It's not a cheap thing, so it's a good investment. They do have really good customer service, so you really do get your money's worth, and it really does work. So anyway, I am going to revair my hair. So I said all of that to say that the hair is not supposed to be dripping wet, and you're not supposed to have an oil-based leave-in on your hair. All of that long-windedness for that. But I just had to shout out that customer service, because that really did stand out to me. You don't find that nowhere. Nowhere. I don't care if you order something from your cousin, you ain't getting no customer service like that. Not even your cousin. So even though my hair was detangled when I had conditioned it, I just like to go through my sections again before I run my hair through the revair, just to make sure that everything is nice and smooth. This thing does pull a lot of current, so I am going to turn off as much as I can and around here, because I'll be sitting here in the dark. So we're gonna hold on a second. Some authentic lighting sticks. Okay. So we back like we never left, and I'm gonna turn this thing. Normally I have it on 7. Today it's on a 5, so that must be where I had it on last time. So I'm gonna start there, and if I need a little more suction, I'm gonna turn it up. On the wand there's a heat switch, so you can either have it on 1 or 2. You see it's on 2. That's where I keep it on, especially when I'm pressing my hair, which I'm going to do. So it's speed and heat. Speed goes from 0 to 7. So it's on a 5, and it's on this highest heat, which is only two different settings besides off. I just want to specify that. So it's 3 settings. So it's off, low, and then high. So I'm going to turn this on. So I've noticed that when I use like huge, because I used to take bigger sections to do my hair, but I've noticed that it struggles a little bit. Like you can hear it working harder. So I use smaller ones now, just a little bit smaller. And then I also use like a chasing method with it. So I either do it with my fingers, or mostly I do it with my my brush. So once it gets to a certain point, so like this here, I used to do this whole thing, this whole braid I would try to dry. And while it would get dry, like I said, it makes the machine work harder. So I am taking smaller sections now, and it makes it pull more current because you can hear the machine, the engine, the motor in it like rev all the way up. I mean, I don't have to do a whole bunch of detangling because like I said, it's already detangled. I'm just smoothing it. So I don't know if you've noticed that I use the heat from this little bumper here to smooth out my roots. Clearly it's not hot enough to burn because my hand is here, but it's hot enough for whatever heat that's on here, you know, like smooth, and that's how I get my blown out look. This probably will be about the part where I'll be speeding it up because this is loud. She's very loud and very ghetto. Very loud, very rowdy. You thought you ate, huh? You thought you ate. Oh boy. Okay. I think it was hair from the brush that got tangled in there. Because there's nothing in here that can, you know, get your hair caught up. Like people feel like there's something in there that your hair is gonna get wound around, and you know your hair's gonna get stuck in there or get matted and tangled. It's just air. That's all it is. It's a tube with air, and I'm gonna leave that in there because that's real. It's not bad, but it's not. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how. I had another section. Oh, okay. Then I had another loose one. So if I really want like more of a why are you on the floor? If I want more of a blowout look, like, cause like in my roots are not curly, but you can still see it's a little bit of a wave in there.
kick.
You can see the difference because over in here, these roots are not the same as these. I hope you can see the difference. I'm like, girl, that look the same. That's how I normally do it. Like when I really want my roots. My roots were kind of behaving today, so I didn't feel like I needed to do all of that, the extra chase with the brush. I felt like my fingers were doing like I'm doing it right now with my Felicia Leatherwood brush. I use my chasing method with the brush. That's what I should have started off with instead of just trying to shortcut with the fingers. It felt like that was working, so that's what I was going with. In the sections that I should have been using the brush in, I was using my finger, and my roots was like, baby, no. You might want to try that again, bro. I can feel the difference. So I know that if you're looking at it, you can see the difference. Because try to see if I can pull. Shine a light for the world to see. Okay, what am I doing? All right, so over here is the roots. And you can see that is less. You know, less of a wave there, less more, really. Is that what we're doing? I mean, on this side it's not that bad, but like in areas like here where I didn't do that with the brush, you can see that there is like a wave in the root, like right here. So like if I had done it with the brush, what is going on? All right, let's move this. So if I had done it with a brush, like all over, like I normally do, I mean, I'm showing y'all how I usually do it, and then I don't do it the way I usually do it. Does that make sense? Does it? That make sense to you? Because it don't make no sense to me. But I'm glad that I ultimately was able to show it to you the way that I normally do it. But I mean, it's still, you know, overall has that blowout look. But the roots were my focal point, and it always is, because I still don't like going over my roots over and over with the flat iron. Like, yeah, I can feel that there's a difference. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's just not the way that I normally get my roots. But yeah, so don't do what I did in the beginning with the fingers. It's this. So I normally use my Felicia Leatherwood brush and do my chasing method, and kind of similar to, you know, using the round brush when you're going over it and using that to smooth it, and then hitting it with the dryer. So I'm using this in that sense, and I'm hitting that with that after I you know, smooth it with the brush, and then hit it with that, and then, you know, use the walls of this to, like, you know, smooth it even more, and then, you know, again with the chasing method to bring it on home. So, but the blowout look is achievable with the Revair. So now I am going to flat iron my hair. My phone is dying, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that on camera. We're gonna see. I may have to change devices, but we'll see. But thanks for watching. If this is the end, if not, then see you later.